perfect. Okay, so let me just put this cord off to the other side. So if I get questions there. Okay, so today my plan is actually working on the USB and refactoring. It's always been one of those things when connected to USB. Blue Micro has been somewhat finicky and like doing weird things. We finally kind of like with Adafruit recently, they've made a few changes and a number of updates, and actually because like Raspberry Pi actually released the Raspberry Pi Pico, which is essentially the RP2040, a new microcontroller. There's been a lot of activity on to be able to support that microcontroller in different platforms, and there's been a lot of changes on the USB stack, and that has had an impact on obviously the Adafruit stack on the for that essentially what we use for Blue Micro. But I was actually looking at bringing support to the latest update, and then yesterday I was like essentially like ran all day to try to figure out why was it not working, and I was like trying to debug, and I literally started removing code from Blue Micro, and I was essentially deleted practically everything, and I was left with just like simple basic thing, and it still didn't work. And as soon as I essentially swapped 2 lines around, it started working again. So I filed an issue on the TinyUSB Arduino support repo to indicate that, okay, USB HID doesn't work at all if serial begin and USB HID begin are sequenced incorrectly. And I've also tested with Bluetooth, if you want to be able to both bring Bluetooth and USB together, and even Bluetooth, if you start Bluetooth before the USB HID, it doesn't work, and if you have it in the right sequence, it works. So we're going to be looking at, we're not going to be looking at a little bit of that, but now that I actually have a clear indication of what we need to do on the sequencing, then that makes it possible for us to be able to, okay, let's bring in USB HID refactoring in play to make sure that it works properly, and it actually improve the because USB HID, like both HID on USB and BLE, we need to be able to switch between the two when we plug the keyboard in. But also we need to be able to send mouse, keyboard, and also what's called the consumer key codes or consumer codes. So there's 3 different pages there that needs to be sent. And what I want to do is actually take the example that Arduino has and essentially kind of not quite bring a library for that, but kind of like wrap it into a much simpler way so that we can have one class to be able to create or connect both to USB and to BLE without having to mess around with like all managing it and so on. So what I'm going to be doing, and as I'm kind of loading this up right now, is you can see right here, I'm going to make it bigger. This is the HID composite example from the Arduino, and I'm going to just like load it up on here, which is just a Adafruit Feather and NRF 52840, so that this way if there's any bugs or anything like that, then I have something that Adafruit can like put their hands on. So let's load just this example as it is. So let's plug it in, and you can see in the corner there, you've got setting up the feather. Now so I'm going to set it up as a Feather Express, because this is what it is. And what port is it on? Let me just disconnect all my other keyboards and other things, because I've got too many things here. So tools level 0, port, there's only one, which is going to become 35. Good. Okay, so let me just go and flash this. So this is a Feather Express, yes, and COM35. Let me flash this as it is, and it's probably gonna be flashing. Let's get going here. Let me make it bigger for everyone to see a bit more. Oh no, I'll just connect my keyboard here. Setting up DFU, that's new. Is it upgrading? There it is, device programmed, okay. So let's reset it. Okay, so this code here, the example from Adafruit, there's a little button here that I can press. This button should essentially type A, lower the volume, and move my mouse at the same time. So if I press on it, that's what's happening, and you can see the A's and the volume being added. So let me just bring my volume back up here. Okay, so that worked. So every time, so my goal is to essentially take this example here, and let's just gonna run through it. So there's essentially, the example has it, if they have it running on some non-RF, like a Circuit Playground Express, which is some other board, like set up the pin. For the Arduino, which is essentially this board right here, there's got pin 7 for that user switch. And then active state, I'm not exactly sure exactly, but essentially it's how they read the pin, if it's on or off, if we're pressing the button. Then there's like standard HID, so there's like keyboard, mouse, and consumer control. This is the different definitions. This is the different reports that we're defining. So keyboard, mouse, and consumer control for the different IDs. It's creating the USB HID object, and then we've got the setup right here. And as I showed you a little bit earlier, we've got the problem that if you're just moving this begin of the serial before the USB, it's not gonna work. So this is one of the things I want to be able to wrap up or to encapsulate in somewhere else. Now, if you're gonna scroll down a little bit, now this is the setup of the USB. But then, if you look at the code of what they've done to be able to make the changes, make sure that it's not, the computer is not suspended, or the USB connection is not suspended, and if it checks if USB HID is ready, and you press a button, move the mouse, then have a little bit of a delay. If the USB again is HID and you press the button, then there's a key code A, and you add that key code to the report, because standard keyboard key codes is essentially you can have up to 6 key presses at the same time. That 0 here, these are the modifiers. So Shift, Control, Alt, or the GUI, both left and right. So it's essentially an 8-bit So ultimately you can have these 8 keys pressed at the same time, plus an additional 6 key codes being pressed in a standard HID report. So this does not implement like N key rollover. Then it indicates, okay, has a key because we're pressing on it, and then if we're not pressing on it, it's saying like release the keys. Or this is essentially sending there's no keys being pressed. Then we go a little bit of a delay, and then it's, if again it's the consumer control HID ready, then it's gonna say if the button is pressed, send volume decrease. And then when we release the key, sends essentially there's nothing being sent. And you can see what actually is being sent is like here's a 16-bit report being sent, as opposed to above is it's a different report. It's 6 keys of 8-bit each. So it's actually sent quite differently. So you can see there's three different reports being sent, and there's the configuration also being configured. So this is what we're going to be refactoring into a class that we can bring in within the Blue Micro firmware, so that it wraps it all together. And maybe next week or some other time I'll bring in Bluetooth as well within the same class, so that we can easily switch between one and the other. Because if you look at the Blue Micro right now, and I won't go through the files, but we've got USB as one thing specifically, and then we've got Bluetooth as a separate. So what I want to do is to be able to bring all of that together within one single class, and then to be able to manage it within that one class. But it all starts with essentially right here at the setup, and then bringing this into a separate class. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create within this folder, and let me just save that, save as. I'm going to put it in the Arduino test composite. I'm going to call it refactor. And then we're going to go into, yeah, okay, so we've got excellent connection, that's good. So we've got this here, so I'm going to remove what I don't need at first. So I know it's a feather that I have, and I don't need this here, so leave this here. The report, this is good, this is good. The loop, this is all good. Yeah, consumer report and all of that. So let's just leave that as is. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna go save. Now, can I create a new? No, that's not what I want. I want to create a new file. Ah, it's right here, isn't it? New tab. Name for the new file. I'm gonna call it. I want to call it a different name. So I'm gonna comms HID. This HID common.cpp, and then I'm going to have another file, new tab, and it's going to be HID common.h, and this is very small, so so first thing I want to do in HID common, I want to move that, whoops, what did I move? No files drag, that's okay. Move that here, and then this one, it's going to be include HID common. Okay. Now this, I'll leave this as is because this is part of the keyboard configuration. So now let's just take this and this, and actually, yeah, all of that, we're gonna move that here first. Good. The HID object live at there for now. Why device? That USB device is part of, okay. USB HID begin. Okay, so let me just save, see if we can compile fine first. And is it including these new files? Hopefully it is. Linking everything, and it's all compiling fine. Good. So let me just yeah, let's get it there and then flash it, and then it should all be working fine. So that shouldn't have an impact on the let's just see here, press the button, and A and volume and all of that should keep going. Yep, perfect. It's all working fine. Okay, let's delete those A's, and we are still working properly. So we've got the HID common there. So what we'll need to do now is I'm going to want to create a class specifically, and let's just kind of create, let's just take one of those very simple classes, is key state, class method, class key state, and do I have any CPP? These are where I define the methods. Good. So let's just take an example here of a class, and then actually something that I usually have is these guys here. So let's just get that on here. So HID common, and then have that at the bottom too, so that should be fine. Now we've got the includes, we've got these definition, there's an enum, that's okay. So let's just get an example of a class, and then okay, so obviously this is not the right class, so I'm going to call it HID common, like that, and then HID, and I'm going to remove all of these guys, and I'm going to, there's an enum that I could, let's just leave that there, and then private, I'll just delete all of this, delete that. Okay, so now as part of defining this, I will need go here and then take an example of how these guys are defined. Let's just go here, and obviously I do need the include at the top here. Now, one of the thing is when I define this, how do I do that? Okay. Now, I know I'm gonna have a begin because I need to essentially initiate this. So there's definitely going to be setup identification pieces. So the pole interval, the set descriptors are going to be set in stone. The string descriptor, although it's just an example here that's commented out, I'll definitely want to add that. And then I'll definitely want to bring this in on the other side is a begin method. So there are gonna be setup and begin. So there's gonna be begin. Come on. There's gonna be begin here. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Common. Is that how you spell common? For some reason I'm... common? Is it just what? Yeah, okay, for some reason I had the doubt in my mind. That's fine. Okay. HID common, we got that there. So we got common, good, begin, and then we may have some private methods. So we'll leave that here for now. Okay, so let's just this here will definitely go. Is that going to be in the H or is it going to be the CPP? We're going to put it in here. Okay. Then let's just grab these guys for now. Put that in here for now. Paste. So this should be available locally, and this, okay, that's good. And let's grab this as well. And then what we need is to have, as part of this, very similarly, something like this. So, and this is, let's just call it, it's not, let's call it HID comes, and is it with okay. So HID comes, begin. Now, so what we've done is we've created a class. The constructor does nothing. We've got a begin where we've moved things, and we've got these are available there. Begin with nothing private. So that should work fine. It's probably going to be complaining with all these HID pieces here. So let's just grab So there's going to be a ready. And in here, oh, it's actually, we're going to have to figure out what is it returning. So let's go and actually see what it is returning. So it's probably, is it in here? Is it, no, it's, yes, it is in here. Source, is it under common or is it class HID? HID H. Control F, begin. No begin here. TinyUSB. No, Arduino Adafruit. So that's what I probably need here. Where was that again? Again. Which one was it again? Arduino. HID, Adafruit. You know what? Is there Arduino here? Source there? Yeah, it's Arduino right here. HID. And this is probably where we've got, there it is. So we're ready. So essentially we're doing the same as this. And begin, there we go. So we've got same of these two methods. So we need to bring this here. So tab, tab, tab. Okay, so obviously we'll need a return here, and it was a boolean here. Perfect. And it was not begin, it was ready. What other methods have we got in here? And now let's just call it as HID comms. Device mounted. The USB, we'll just leave it there. USB device, we're good. USB device ready. We'll wait for this. Ready here. Ready. And there's another ready. No, there's no other ready. So we need to have we're not worried about the pin mode. USB device, no need for now. Button press, that's okay. System comms button. Okay, mouse move is 1. So ultimately, it's all the same, guys, as this here. You know what? Let's just grab all of these guys here. Yeah, there's new methods in here that I've never seen before. So HID common, so let's just put all of that in here, but then did I have, yeah, okay, and then ready and begin, perfect, ready and begin, and we'll just leave these for now. now we need to grab this and go on the other side and create all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mouse report, mouse move, this. Where is it? This and this. Now we need to put these guys in here. Yeah, formatting exactly right now, but let's just ignore that for the time. So why am I doing this, you may ask? It's for the simple reason that I want to get to a converge method or a converge class to be able to both handle USB and Bluetooth, and then this way when we merge it into the Blue Micro firmware, it's all ended in a single class. Okay, so now all I need is gonna be pretty darn simple. Gonna be like this. This dot that, and then remove these guys. And then in the future, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at, okay, which way are we connected? Are we connected through Bluetooth or USB? And then this is where the switching is going to be happening. So that's where it's going to be happening. So it's going to be the same. Remove that, and then add this. Oops. I just make sure that I add these guys right away. Just paste it everywhere, so that should be easy. Okay, now let's just go. Oops. Port ID and do that. Yeah. Mouse, you can see here there's button, scroll, and move all as separate entities, but I got a feeling that this could be refactored to be a single report, but we'll have to look into that at some point. That's good. Oh, I did not have this one here, so I'll need to add that here. Oh, that's horrible. Move that a little bit closer. And then bring this here. Again, bring that closer, because it's there. Don't need that. It's all the same. Keyboard release, same thing. And I suspect we're going to have lots of typos and mistakes when we get it done, but to compile the first time around, but we'll see. And then all the key code, all of that should be this gone. Okay. This, whoops, this gone. And then this is all done. We've got ready. Oh yeah, okay, so I need to, where was that ready method again? it's pretty simple actually. So, and actually, what I need you to do is actually do a return, because they all are Boolean returns, so I need to return these guys. Return good, this is good, good. We're going to be adding the logic later on, but I gotta make sure that to encapsulate it first, Boolean here. So we're all good, I think now. Got all of that there, all of that here. Okay. You know what? These uints, it might actually be complaining on that. We'll see. Okay, save. It's all saved. Let's compile and see what it's complaining about. Oh, yeah. USB H not declared. Why was it not? Yeah, I got a feeling it's this being... Yeah, I got a feeling it's a singleton thing that I need to do here, which is not the prettiest. So I'll just take an example here. Compiling sketch common. What did he say? Conversions. Yeah. It's not happy. No, it's actually okay with that. Is it all the same stuff? Yeah, the H, okay, so it's not happy with that, not declared in the scope. So that's the first thing we need to do. Primary expression, oh, there's a uint there, it's mouse scroll. Okay, let's just go into the mouse scroll. Mouse, oh, this is the one I need to delete. Okay. Now this one, I'm gonna be bold here and then put it as a private, and I'm gonna have to go here and go there and then we do this. Oh, what is it again? That's what I need to do here. Save. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's in the main. Yep, I know what to do here. Okay, so let's go here. HID comms. This one. Whoops. This is good. Button. This is there. HID comms. USB HID. USB HID. Is there anything else that comes? I want here release and the send. And the move is just one thing. device. I think we're gonna be close now. Ah, static, yeah, that's what I need to do. Invalid conversion from this to that. Is there anything else? I'm just gonna scroll up here. So HID comment doesn't like the key code 6 there. So is it? That's the only one left, is it? Okay, so common keyboard report conversion from unsigned in to unsigned in star. Oh, okay. Okay. And then unsigned char to unsigned char. So there's one of those. Okay. How do I take care of that now? Did I delete one of those? So this is in the API here. Okay. Let's see here first. Nope, not this one, this one. So where's my keyboard? The keyboard is here. I've got this there, key code, the keyboard report, this. Okay, this should be very similar to how this is defined. Key code is 6. Yeah. Okay. Then the common here. This is key codes. I got a feeling it's one of those stars I need to put in because it's what it's not happy about. I don't do C++ often enough. How did I take care of that when I was doing these other guys? Send keys, so it's a report, which is a this. Okay, and if I go here, send key, so key code this, it's all. And if I go and see, where's that defined? Struct, there it is. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, there's nothing crazy here. Okay. Now, what's the error message? Unsigned char to unsigned star. How do I fix that again? So all I need to do is a pass through 1 for 1. Or did I cross the wires there? Okay, let's just see here. Refactor here. Key code 0, key codes 1 through 6. It starts with 0. Yeah, this is all filled with zeros. That's fine. They all get initialized to 0 anyway, so that shouldn't be it. And it's in there. That can't be right. That can't be right. Yeah, let's go see that definition here. Keycode 6 and keyboard report. Yeah, let's just see in there. Ready, yeah, return the other ones and report 16. Extern C call back. Keyboard report, key code. See, it's like the same thing as what I've done here. One, 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 one. Why is it not complaining here and complaining there? I hate when it doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's. Anybody on Discord by any chance? Where's my. Nope, okay. Not here. Hey, somebody's there. Need to leave. Keep going. Had a good mic for 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Well, have a good one, Peter. Okay, so we've got this one's done. Let's just comment it out and actually see. True, and then just see that. I know the A is not going to be sent if I do that. Let's see. Okay, that's the last one. Let's just see if that's going to compile and actually work. Should still move the mouse, and it still should send the. Let's see. Okay, so not the reset, but this one. It doesn't want to work. Or does it? Okay, so it doesn't work. So we will need to do something else. Let's just double check now. Are we on here? Common begin. And we've got UHD begin. Yes. Then reset within, yeah. You know what, I got a feeling that we've got to put not within the class, because I've had problems in the past. If it's in the class, let's just do that here. Outside of the class, it's going to be the same thing, static blah blah blah. It's in .h, yes. And then do I need to define it there? Let's just do that here. Got a few more people now. Hi everyone. Okay, let's go and flash this again. Which one was it? Oh yeah, it's gonna do it automatically. Okay. So it's compiling. It should be getting to flash soon enough. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. Okay, let's just do a double reset. There it is. And the tools port, and it's that 37. Now it should pick it up. So it should be flashing soon enough. And there it is, there it is. Come on, there it is. Okay, so let's just reset. Okay, so now let's just see if it's gonna work. Obviously it won't. Okay. Now just a few little changes is enough not to make it work. No. The question is what it is that so encapsulating this into the begin, I've got this at the top. And then yeah, that should be fine. And it's mounted because it's here. Now let's just go and see. Try to common. Just see here. So at the top, where is it? Where did it go? It's not here. I just now it's defined that. That doesn't make any sense. That's gonna complain because it's not gonna know this. Yep, exactly. It's still gonna complain. No, it's not. Okay. I got a feeling that's still not gonna work. I'll just see. Pick it up. Okay, so now let's just go here and press the user button. Yep, that still doesn't work. Okay. So I'm gonna have to put in a bunch of log entries. So let's just go and do that. USB HID, set the poll interval and do all of that, yeah. So that's at the top, that's fine. Begin. And we've got the HID common begin there, yes. good. Now let's just see here. Let's do that. First things first. See, there's that ready command, which we probably have a bunch of other ones here. Let's do something like this. If it becomes ready, and then let's just do where is it? There it is. Print, and I'm gonna put this as a comment. Okay, space. I'm gonna put else. I'm gonna put not. Okay. Now let's just go compile that. Now with this we'll know if the ready comes back at all or not. Because that's where the problem was earlier, is that ready was never coming back. I did not find it. Let's go and flash it again. Coffee's almost done. There it goes. And tools, serial monitor. Oh no, it's gonna go and put it on. Is it 34? Is it serial monitor? Nothing's coming out. Why is that? Am I starting the serial at all? Yes. Let's put something else here. Let's just unplug it just to make sure we've got the right. Why is it not beeping? 34 is there, it shouldn't be. You know what? It probably crashes because the USB doesn't get initialized. Okay, let's just go do that. And it's really not gonna be happy. But let's just do that. And I'm gonna grab from well, not serial command that, so this way it waits on me. Where do they have those? Walnut serial. I think the keyboard one has one. The key scanner one has one. Let's just go here. And there's a walnut serial there. This is one, and I'm gonna put that here. Yeah, target it's not in DFU mode because it's just hung. Okay, double reset. Tools that grab this one, and then let's go flash. It's gonna complain, but at least I want to make sure that we've got serial showing up. Okay, so let's go tools, port 35. I don't know what that 34 is. Serial monitor. Okay. Not ready. That's what it means. Good. Not ready. We did not initialize it. Good. Okay. Now let's go and do that. HID comms, got the pull interval, the report descriptor and all like that, and the begin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we see it. Now this one, it should not be happy with that. Okay, and there's no third. Yeah, it was not happy. Okay. Now let's just comment this out. USB HID, it's here. Let's just put it as static. It's in the CPP. Static, it does define. That can't be right. That can't be the only reason. Oh. 2 bars. Double reset. And flash. What? Can't find the board? Oh, because I got the wrong board selected here. There it is. Okay, so now let's just go port the 34. It's not showing up again. Okay. It's not happy with that. Really not happy. You know what? Let's just in here include the file. See. HID dev null static. That's just a memory space there. And then pull interval protocol and all of that stuff, yeah. The callback, the report descriptor, interface descriptor, okay. Let's try, and then the begin. If not device add interface this. And then it just maps it out locally, okay. And it actually, oh, okay. Okay. Ready is return that, which was the piece that was not returning any ready, okay. Let's go back to the H here. Include class, public, blah, blah, blah. And we've got this as a void, yeah. And then, does it actually initialize anything? Let's just see. Yeah, a few defaults here, yeah, okay. Interval of 10 milliseconds by default. Oh, that's interesting. So that means we don't need to put that at all. And then protocol none, yeah, okay, endpoint false button, disk report and all of that. Okay, so let's just do that there. Let's just go back here, there. Comment there, so the pull interval, we'll just comment that out. Report descriptor, we need that. String descriptor, yeah, we Actually, let's go have a look what that does. String descriptor, report, interface. Where is that string descriptor? Is that part of the USB HID? It's probably, yeah, and part of the interface there. Let's see, reports, interface descriptor, and yeah, it's probably part of the interface there. Oh, that could be a, And I've got, that's where we are here. Then the device class, yes, that's okay. Then this is void, yeah. Pull report descriptor, call back release. Interface descriptor, that's a virtual. So let's go back. Arduino, do we have, there you go, device, device version, interface, language, manufacturer, product, serial language. Is that inherited from anything? That's my age here. No, it's as is. There's a screen descriptor here. Device ID version, device interface clear, buffer, language, manufacturer descriptor, product descriptor. If it's mounted, suspended, ready, remote wake up, yeah. Attach, detach, yeah. That's interesting. Looks as if this guy's not there. Okay, that's fine. So let's go here. At the top, I've got my HID object. Yes, good. And that was the same as that I had on the other side, and that is setting up my descriptor that I have defined here. Yes, and this is there. Why is it not happy? Whenever I load it up here, it just hangs. You know what? I'm just gonna grab this, put it on top here, and then on the top here, and just see if that's gonna do anything. I wouldn't be happy about that, but let's see if that's gonna fix it. I doubt it. Double reset. Okay, and then we've got that on 37 and flash it. Seconds, yeah, okay. So, you know what? It didn't show up, and I bet you it doesn't show up here at all. No, that's not what I want. device manager is what I want. COM ports. 30. Oh, I've got 34 there. If I disconnect that, how many? There we go. There's a 37 showing up, but then 34 just is hung there. That's bizarre. Oh, you know what? That might actually be something else altogether. Might be my camera. I don't know, yeah. Okay, that's fine then. So that's my keyboard. Now this one doesn't show up, so walnut serial. Next comes begins. I kind of call here as my descriptor. Yeah, I can do that. This is all that I need here to set up USB. Let's refresh. Okay. Then, yeah, let's flash that. Didn't do much here. Yeah, it didn't. Why not? This is the one. Why not? You know what? Let's just do this here. Let's just go here. Do that after. I know I'm gonna have problems, but let's add some debugging items. Let's just get some. Is it LVL? No. I know I do have some logging commands, and it's under Bluetooth. There we go. There's an example of a log comment. Yeah. There we go. Let's just put one here. Set up. Let's remove that. Let's see if it even does that. And then after, and then I go into here, and I do have a weight, so that's good. Port, let's just do a reset here. Okay, and then it's ready to go. Oh, somebody joined in. Hi, everyone. Okay, now it's gonna be flashing. Come on, do your thing. Now let's go. Okay, a serial did show up. Good. Now let's go and see what it looks like. Wow, that's a hard stop. It wasn't happy. As soon as I went connect, it just went reset. Wow. Okay, that means it doesn't. Let me just go and put a delay here. 2 seconds. So at least it kind of gets in here, and then let's go. Oh, it does a hard fault. Okay, so 37. Am I on? Yeah, I think I am. Why do I have? No, I don't. Okay, so 37. There it is. So need to select the bootloader one. Now it's gonna. Okay, so I should get 35. Yes. Now let's go connect. Set up. Yeah, exactly. So it goes into a hard fault. Wow. Okay. That for a hard fault to happen in here. Never seen that before. Okay. You know what? Let's just see here. Preferences. Verbose code folding. Yeah, there's nothing that I probably need to add more there. Wow, am I gonna have to go with actual? Because I don't even have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with a debugger with this here to even be able to tell where it's actually crashing. You know what? Begin, and let's add a comment here. Okay, so I don't know how it's gonna show up, and then just entered. Might complain on the delay. Let's just see and just reset that. Yeah, if it complains of the delay, all I need to do is include Arduino. Yeah, that's the include Arduino. Yeah. So I just go up. Include. This is ridiculous. Should have been much easier. 35. Let's go and see this. Whoa, before entered. Okay. Let's just unplug it and see the top. Entered, begin, and begin. So that means it's the begin that it's not happy with. And then BSPs, bootloader, all of that stuff. Yeah, looking okay. It's that. Huh. What does the begin do for it to crash? Where is that? It's under HID, CPP, begin. If no TinyUSB in device, add interface this. Very false. TinyUSB device. Where is that defined? Rename USB device to, I think, okay. Oh, you know what? I betcha this is the, yeah, because see July 16, this is after, oh, again. Why? Okay, so let's just go back to Adafruit. This is really annoying. NRF52. Not 552, 52. Arduino. See, it's a 24, so that's the release. Now I need to go to this, and then browse files. Then I need to go to, where the heck is it again? It's under libraries. Then this one here. Now I'm in the correct one. Arduino HID. That's what I was looking at, right? Yeah. And let's just go to begin. There we go. Oh, for God's sake, this is really annoying. Because now that USB device. Oh. Where's USB device defined? Okay, HID, Arduino, device. There's the class. See, extern USB device, there it is. But where is it defined? I got a feeling this is where it's not happy. Let's just go to, you know what, let's go here. There we go, there's my USB device. So I had the extern on the .h and I actually have the device here. Okay, so let's just go here. So here in the .h I've got the extern, yeah, and then in the common, let me just put that here, there you go, where is it? This goes to the top here. Okay, so now I have it there, I have it here, and it's gonna be able to be available. Now, where's my error, my crash? Okay, let's just plug this in and give it a try. Why was the linker not complaining before? Okay, so here, flash it. How long have I been live? An hour and a half. Flashing, good. 1, 2, 3. Let's go connect to it. 35, not ready. Why is that? Let's go to the top. It goes to the end of the begin, which is okay. Ah, I know. You remember the problem that I always had is if I put this before the USB definition, it's not going to be happy. Now I can comment this out, I can comment this out, I can comment this out. Serial begin. Now let's just see if it's going to be happy. Now when I go into the begin, it's going to have these comments. Let's just remove the delay. I won't have time to get these log messages. Okay. Let's go see. Reset, good, it's available. Tools, 37, flash. And do I have, it's not showing up. Although my blue. Let me just see here. Unplug, replug. Yeah, it's not complaining. No, that's this. Oh, that's weird. I got a feeling that again, it's part of the same problem, that it's getting encapsulated, or getting that sequencing thing. Something else with the Arduino framework makes it not happy. This is really, really annoying. I've got the remote device. You know, these devices are that's the same device that I had earlier, yeah. Well, not mounted, and then it, no, it's actually, it crashes right here. Let's do something different here. let's grab this from here, put it at the definition here before, and at the bottom I don't have any stat. Yeah, this can be deleted because it's the same thing. Comment begin. Okay, that should do something. If that's what it is, then that should solve it. I do have an extern, right? Yeah, I have extern this. Yeah, okay. Then this is encapsulated inside the class. It did not give me a serial port. It's not happy. Why does it not give me a serial port? You know what? Let's just go ridiculous here. Control X and put it back. Comes and essentially hide that here. Now this just gets called the other and that's it. Now this is back the way it was, so this should work. This is ridiculous. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, of course. Is it? Do I have a serial? Yeah, that's what it's complaining about. 37, flash that, yeah. Come on, do your flash. Okay, it's uploading. There, it's there. What? Tools? Oh, 35 is showing up. And it's ready. The only thing that I did, you know what? I'm gonna press the button and it's gonna work. So yeah, it works again. It's all about getting that begin somewhere else and it doesn't work. Having it in a class just makes it go crazy. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna actually... Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so let's... So, inside the class, it cannot... So this one, it's as if it's not happy with the begin here. Because... So all I did was copy that back there. So let's just... So let's just do this. Pass this into... Oh, this is going to be ridiculous. Because I'm going to have all these objects in weird places. I want to hide it. Okay, well, let's just at least try it out. See. Comes here, do that there, and then pass this there. Now this should it be a one of those address things. Let's go into here. Use Adafruit, this HID, then this, how do I call that? HID. Device, and then let's call underscore this equal to that. Now I need this gotta be one of those guys, otherwise it's not gonna be happy, I think. Now this one I need to go and define it as a private of something. That's not gonna work, is it? It's not gonna be happy because I'm mixing things. Oh, where did that go? That's my definition. Yeah, that's actually okay. So let's just, this is this, that, where is it? I don't have to do that. Whoops. Okay, now I need to remove that from here because this shouldn't call it anymore. Yeah, I got that there, okay. And the only thing I think I need to do is that. Pass this by address so it gets copy the object there, yeah, okay. Let's compile and see if it's gonna work. Yeah. Pointer, member, request ready. Oh yeah, I need to, all the arrows now, yeah, that's fine. No, not here, there. Okay, so that's gonna clear that off. Okay, all done, good. Now let's just reset that. Where is it? Port 37, send that over. flashing. Gotta connect to the 35. Actually, that's good. The 35 was there. Serial monitor, ready, good. Now let's see. Yes, it works. Good. Okay, so that's good. So all that I did was essentially have it there and then pass it there so that our other friend knows about it. So that means when I do the BLE, I can actually do the same thing. Okay, let's keep it. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so that means this might actually. Oh, you know what? It's worked because I had it there. Now let's just do that and remove all of this. So now it's back to the way it was. I've got this. Okay, so let's try that again. So let's flash that. Come on, take it up. Hi, how you doing? Oh, did you drop out? Or are you still there? Okay. Okay, 35. Serial monitor. Therefore, it's not ready. As soon as I go somewhere else to go call to make it ready, it's just not happy. From Australia too. Okay. Oh, vacations. Yeah, they were good. Where did we go? Yeah, we went to down south this time around. Just a long weekend. Like it was actually quite warm, quite like for us here in Saskatchewan. That was 2 weeks ago, and all the fields were getting harvested. So it was interesting to see the big combines going to the wheat fields, harvesting a lot of things, and then as we were driving up, that was like on Monday. It was actually interesting to see all of the harvesters down south, and then as we were driving north, and it's not like too far, like north, it was about 2 hours drive. It was getting colder and colder, and it was a little bit smokier because of the wildfires. And then the weather turned. Like it went from like plus 30 something, and then down to the 20s, and now this week, all this week has been below 20 degrees. So even our garden outside is getting colder, and it's like all we hope is it's not going to be a short fall going to winter. Okay, so now here the comms are not ready. So that's usually the problem that I've actually have the issue, and hopefully they'll resolve that. But yeah, like as you can actually see, the issue that I've actually pulled on here is like USB HID doesn't work if serial begin and the HID begin are sequencing correctly. Well, it looks a little bit bigger than that because as soon as I move the command to begin anywhere else outside of here, it seems to get out of sequence. Oh, harvesting season in India as well. Onam, okay. Yeah, so how am I, because what I want to do here is I want to essentially refactor both USB and Bluetooth within a single class. Because if you look at how it actually is in here, is we got both Bluetooth and USB as not even as a class, as just plain code. And maybe I should start with that. It's just like plain code that gets called outside, and as soon as I've got that here. Yeah, maybe that, like having it not in a class might help. But I would essentially bring it outside together, so it's all managed within the same, I was hoping, class, such that we can easily within Blue Micro bring in all the changes that Adafruit has brought in into the latest BSP, such that we can have it all together in one place, such that if you're connected through USB, then that class will essentially connect to USB, and then if it's connected through BLE, it'll send it through BLE without having to have it into like calling different places. But I started off with just a plain example of the composite HID device on USB, and then the composite one actually has all three reports: the keyboard report, the consumer control report, and the mouse report all together. So I wanted to bring all of that in under one roof so that we can essentially refactor how it all gets managed in Blue Micro and simplified. And by starting with the HID composite example, and then make sure that it keeps working, and that means that whenever I bring it in within the Blue Micro, then it's gonna keep working. Because right now, even just the sequencing of things, for example, the USB Tiny or TinyUSB is not happy. And even earlier, it was completely rebooting just on like trying to start it up. Now at least it's not rebooting, but it just keeps saying it's not ready. So I go comms begin here, and then let's just go comms begin. Well, for sure comms begin doesn't do anything here. Yeah, okay, well let's just bring it out. So let's just go bring it here. Let's see if that's gonna and then this is like that, but then I need the arrow too, so that's the reason why it wasn't starting up. Now if there's anything like earlier, this should actually do a hard fault and not bring us anything. Okay, so the comms begin. I've got my serial after, and after that I should actually see if it's good or not. So on here, I've got the comms here, it actually gets here, and this gets past. Yeah, okay. Now let's go see. Refresh this. Let's go and flash it. 37 flash. Okay. Okay, 37 is not there. I know. God, let's go. Oh, whoa. Why is it not happy? hard fault again. Oh man. It keeps hard faulting. Yeah, okay, so I'll the only place that can be done is actually right in the setup, and that's it. And not in a class. That's not the one we were looking at. Okay, it's not happy, it's not happy, not happy, eh? So, let's remove all the class stuff. Well, I really don't like that. Because I want to have it in the class. So, yeah, so if I don't have it in a class, like I have it currently in Blue Micro, I could still refactor this within, I guess, its own set of files. Set the whole setup together, the ready and all of that stuff together, all of those helpers together. Because okay, well, let's go into a destructive mode here. Okay, let's remove the class and all of that stuff. I'm not happy with that because then keyboard send a report. Yeah, I guess that's okay. And then this private thing's gonna go. Okay, let's just do that then and give it a. I'm not happy about this. Yeah, that can stay here. That can stay all here. And actually that could, yeah, that can stay here. Now let's Control C, Control F with potentially replace all. Good. It's not pretty, but it works. Then replace this with dot and remove the underscore before. Replace all. Okay. And actually I don't have a constructor anymore. So where is that constructor? I don't need a constructor anymore. And in here, oh, all the comm stuff. So I don't have this anymore. And this Control F dot and just remove it for the space, replace all. Okay, I'll just try that. If it's considered, yeah, okay. So now this, I've removed everything related to having this as a class. Now, that's a loop. That's the begin of that thing. Okay. Let's compile that and see if that's gonna work. Okay, let's reset that. One question, which Dappling programmer do you use? One from AliExpress, but this does not, okay. What I use, let me just grab it. I actually don't use a Dappling. I use one of, essentially it's a clone of a, so right here, this is not my most recent one, but right here, and it's a single focus camera here. So some time ago I actually bought what was called a Blackmagic probe. It's a tiny little thing. It looks like this, and it's relatively expensive. And it has like one of those tiny connectors, which is relatively annoying to work with. But what I've been working, and I actually originally, let me see if I have it on the desk. Not here. Let's go back in here. At first, so this is one that can go. So where are my programmers? Oh, there's my Bluetooth thing. Yeah, I lost track of my programmers somehow. Yeah, so I was using a J-Link clone for a long time. There it is. That's one of them. There it is. Okay, so what I currently use is actually this one here. So this is the NR52 debugger, which is essentially a clone of that Blackmagic probe, and it's the clone of the first version. And it actually works very well. And the way I usually do my flash is using the Arduino IDE. It has already the because the Blackmagic probe does not need any special software, so there's no need for OpenOCD. All you need is the GDB debugger, and then you connect it to the serial port that this shows up as. And then once you connect it, all you need to do is go into the menu, and I actually uninstalled it here. I actually had problems with my computer, so I re-initialized it. But what I usually do is I just go and connect it here. And the reason I created my own, let me just grab, do I have an easy blue micro somewhere around here? Not here. There we go, that one will do. I've got a blue macro here that's going to be able to show. So that's a blue macro that I've got here. And the way I do it is, because I've got these 4 little pins, I simply line them up like this. And they simply connect together. And because I have the programmer just like have a little bit of a slight pressure on it just to make sure there's a good electrical contact. And then in the menu of the Arduino IDE under the community BSP, you just go and select the board, and then you just say if the module is already locked, you need to first unlock it. And one thing to remember is the Blackmagic probe shows two different serial ports. Let me just see if I can show it to you here. If I connect this one, setting up the Blackmagic probe, and then if I go into the COM port, now there's like a long list, and the last two, 38 and 39, are both the Blackmagic probe. And because I uninstalled the Arduino RF52 community, I don't have the options here. But if I install it, what you would see is you would have two options for the Blackmagic probe. One is for unlocking the module or the chip, and then you first do that, and then if you've got some weird error messages, maybe because you have the wrong COM port. And then once it's unlocked, you just go flash the bootloader, and then you're up and ready. Then once the bootloader is flashed, then you don't need the Blackmagic probe. You just essentially connect for example, the blue macro here, and then you're ready to go and flash the firmware, because the bootloader is already set up. But that's what I use. If you want to have, so the first thing that I was using at first was essentially part of the dev kit. This big monster chip is actually a official J-Link. Well, with that you can flash all of this, but then again it uses these like weird pins, and it's kind of like really, it's a hassle to manage to where it connects. Then you can also get a tiny little J-Link like this, which is again a genuine J-Link, which is about $30 or so, or something like that. And then with this genuine J-Link, it's the J-Link Mini Educational, so it's not for commercial purposes, but it actually works fine to flash, just like these two. Again, because of the small pins, it's really annoying, and you also need to install all of the J-Link firmware, or the J-Link software, the set of J-Link software on your computer, whereas with the Blackmagic probe you don't. I was trying to find some of these J-Link clones. I do have some of those DAP links from China. I've never been able to make them work with OpenOCD and to flash, so I just simply abandoned. I got something like, or actually a couple of things that actually do work to flash. Ah, there it is. So there's these little tiny J-Link clones from China. You also need to install the segregated J-Link firmware, which is obviously kind of like going against the license rules. So that's why I've got the genuine ones too. But these little ones, they work fine, and it's actually the same pinout that I've used. There's 4 pins. It's the same pinout that I've used here, because all you need is power, ground, clock, and I/O. So that's what I use for programming. Let me just file all of these together so that this way I don't have to search for them anymore. Yeah, so that's what I use for flashing my blue macros. You can also get like genuine, or like this is actually again another clone from China, a segregated J-Link, a big one like this. It works. It just, again, with all the different pins, it's kind of bulky and a little bit awkward to use. I want to just gonna go back to this here and see. Yeah, exactly what you got, Jenna Clone. Yeah, so I want to go and try this, see if all the changes that I've done are finally gonna work. So let's go into the bootloader here, and then 35 and flash it. So I've removed all the class elements. Yeah, I've got this open, do I? No, I don't. 35, it's actually on 30. If I go reset, and go on 37, it should flash. Yeah, because it was trying to connect to the wrong thing. Why is this not happy? For some reason, my there's some weird serial ports. If I connect it here, reset, it should connect. Come on. It's really not happy. There it is. I've got 37, good. So 30, come on, pick it up. 37, let's go and flash that. So what I've done is I've removed everything from the class and just moving it into separate files to be able to manage there it was firmware. Okay, now let's just see. Should I just try my luck? Okay, it's not working. Let's just see why. Oh, because I have a serial port. Do I even have, let's go serial monitor. Not found because it's crashing on us again. This USB IDE is super easy to make not happy. Let's go see. It's there. Set up, begin, and begin simply calls this begin, and this USB HID, it's defined, where is it, as an extern here. Do we even define it anywhere? It's defined here, so it should all be fine. But it's not happy. Let's go and put that here. That I doubt will make any difference. Let's comment this out. This was something, and these are defined there. Yeah. All of this are remapping these guys, because I'm going to have a logic between USB and BLE. And get the beginning. You know what, let's just move it at after. I know it shouldn't work. Okay, so that should still not work, but it should pass through. Why is it not happy? Because I'm at 35, it should be at 37. Hello, one question, go ahead. Cartoon videos for kids. No, it's not for kids. It's not cartoons here. Okay, let's see if that's gonna work. Go 35. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to go connect. That's what I wait. It's not gonna be 36. I don't have a 36. Okay, let's go and connect to it. Serial monitor. Yeah, that made it crash right away. So there, yeah. Yeah, it crashes as the first thing you connect. Okay. So as soon as you go into COL serial, you connect. It doesn't even have time for this. It goes into begin. Begin goes through here. It does these calls, which is all defined on top here, and goes into begin, and that's where it crashes. This is not good. Well, hopefully the issue that I filed on the sequencing will be tied to that. Because if I move this even in here, and if I move that, come on, pick it up. Before the setup above here, so before the begin, yeah, I can get this serial, delete this. So this should partially work. And by partially, what kind of features? Oh, okay. So why am I doing this on here? This refactoring. So Adafruit has been making a lot of changes recently to the TinyUSB. And the reason for this is because Raspberry Pi, I guess late last year, they've released this Pico, Raspberry Pi Pico, which contains the RP2040. And a lot of the RP2040 is one of those chips that is actually pretty easy to get, whereas right now a lot of the chips for things are not available because of the silicon shortage. So if you look at Adafruit, they've been making a lot of changes and a lot of bringing these guys support for CircuitPython. And CircuitPython uses the TinyUSB library to support everything USB on this and many other boards. Well, because they've been making changes to TinyUSB, they've been updating the library as well for the Arduino support. So what I want to do is to be able to bring, because right now I don't support the latest release of the library from Adafruit. So I want to be able to bring it up to the latest release. But to be able to do that, I need to essentially fix the USB, because as soon as I actually enabled the USB, it was not working at all. And I spent hours yesterday trying to figure out why was it not working, and ultimately it was just a matter of sequencing when serial and USB were starting to make it work, which was, and I filed an issue on that, which doesn't make sense. But what I want also be able to do is, currently there is, even on the community BSP, on the community board support package, when you connect through USB, like what my keyboard has right now, is there is a nagging issue of like sometimes double keys or repeated keys or things like that, which I suspect has been resolved at the core of the TinyUSB. So I want to be able to bring that support. So it's essentially to be able to support the latest release of the Adafruit library, both on the TinyUSB, and to be able to bring up the community BSP to the latest release. And what that will be, that refactoring will allow is once that refactoring is done, I'll be able to go into the like simplifying a lot of the code into the Blue Micro. So for example, USB and Bluetooth are currently split into different files. So I want to merge those two together and bring into one group of to be able to more easily manage the connection between Bluetooth and USB. Because even if it's connected to USB, it seems like the keyboard wants to sleep. So there's a few things that are nagging. And then once that is done, I want to be able to, instead of having to manage from the connection level within, where is that firmware main? Because if you look here in the firmware main, if you look down on, where is it? I'm gonna have to go all the way down. So for example, in here, I process keys, I update the queue, and then there it is. So you can see right from here, from the firmware main, I see, okay, do I have a USB connection or a Bluetooth connection? And then that's where I send off the logic to send the reports. But I want to be able to take that away and rationalize this outside of the main file, so that it's segregated into like it knows that the class knows which connection it has, and then all you need to do is send it. Is it a key? Is it a mouse? Or is it a what is that thing called? A consumer code. So essentially, it's to rationalize a lot of things, but it all starts with getting the Arduino example right from the simple example that Adafruit provides. So if I go into here and go example, and then the TinyUSB library, HID composite, taking that example, refactoring it into a way I can bring it into Blue Micro. But unfortunately, just the refactoring of this into its own class doesn't seem to work. Even just migrating when I do the serial begin compared to the HID begin, just the order is problematic. Okay, so now I've got this flashed. Let's go and make sure that I'm connected and go serial monitor. Not ready. This is exactly what I was expecting. Now if I take this and move it before here and then recompile it and reflash it. So I'm gonna go connect to 37 and then flash it. Now this should work. Which again is ridiculous, but it should work. Yeah, got it, thanks. Okay, so now let's see, it's connected. I gotta make sure that it is going, because I've got that wait for the connection to get going. Serial monitor. Why does it say not ready? Oh. No, it should be ready, because I'm returning the same one. You know what? It seems to be so fragile. Which one do I call the bottom? I say if it's ready. Well, the ready is actually right here, and I just say call USB HID here, which is an external there. Now this is ridiculous. Let's just do that. I'll comment this out. I'll comment that out. I've got delay 1, the poll there. Not ready. That's just, yeah, okay. Oh, I got somebody else. Let me just go see. Here. Oh, okay. Good explanation how the code was. Yeah, I haven't given it's constructed. Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, you know what? I've got the composite refactor. Didn't I just load it up again? No, I probably closed it. Oh, rewatched it again. Okay, I'll leave it on. Okay, so let me just delete that here, and I've got the pull interval, this one, and then where's my start? These two here should be before. That's why it's not happy. Because you define these guys, then you say begin once it's all defined. And then my log level, this, and then that should actually be it. So I had the wrong order in a few things. So that should resolve it. Okay, so now if I press here, yes, it works, good. Okay, so now, you know what, let's just go back here, and I did have a comment out for something. Where's that comment? There it is. Now this is where I had another problem. All I do is I pass it up. Oh, there it is. That's what the problem was. Now, if I go and flash that again, oh yeah, I gotta put double reset. And where am I? Yeah, it's there. Why is it not happy? Okay, there it goes. Compile, linking, trying to flash. Flashing, it's done. Okay, so it's, oh, that's because probably I've got, there it is, that's why it's complaining. And yeah, it works perfect. Okay, so, okay, now all that I did, now the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the begin function here, take that, these three here, paste that in here. Now I take essentially this function here, which is this call here, and I'm gonna paste it there. So the only thing that I've done is I've took it and moved it into a function. That's it. And in the past, even that was not happy. So let's just see 37 flash. So earlier when I had that in the class, it was not working. So now let's just see if I press the... There we go, it's not working again. So there is something about putting this oh my god, this is like ridiculous. You know what? I got a feeling. Let's just try something ridiculously simple. Okay, so go example. Let's go back to the root example here. The root example is this one, HID composite. Boom. Okay, so the only thing that I did just now is create a function, void start HID is this, take this, copy that here, and then take this, copy that there, say. So this should not work. If I understand all that I've done. So let's go 37, let's go. Come on, reset. It's already on 37. Okay, let's just save everything here, close that up. Now this is the example. Let's just go and flash that. Okay, so now it's there. 37 should be here, and then now it shouldn't complain. Okay, so now let's see. It works. What is it that I did earlier that makes it not work now? This is... Okay. So I've got this. Okay, now let's do this. Let's go into create. Okay, I gotta save it somewhere first. Save as. Now composite. Refactor 2. Okay, and go file. New tab and create a file is, let's call that HID common.cpp, and we're going to create another file. New tab, HID common.h. Now there's two things I need to do is grab this, copy it there, include HID common.h, and put that at the top here. Okay. Then there we go. Take this, put that here in the declaration, and then it'll be a void just can't go simpler than that. Save. So what I did is I took, I actually need to put that as an extern there. Just to say that it's defined somewhere else. I got that there, I got that there. Good. So let's just see if it's gonna flash. Tools at 37, yes, go. What? Oh, yeah, of course. I need to include this here because it doesn't understand what that means. Okay, these descriptors and all of that stuff. Yeah, okay, so I just need to grab these guys here. And put them in here. I think that's it, is it? Descriptor, yeah. Pull. A does not name a type. Where's A? Oh, A is here. Of course, that's not going to be heavy. Okay, I've already be flashing. Programmed. Good. Now let's see if we're going to be able to type anything. Yeah, it works. Good. So what was the difference of what we did earlier? Nothing. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, so now let's just grab this and put it there. Simple, eh? Yeah, it's there. And I include that, and it has the extern, so it should be all be fine. So let's go and try that. So for the last little while we were trying to refactor into a class. Nothing worked when it was embedded in a class. Now I'm just moving it into just functions into another file. That's it. Now let's just see. That keeps working. Okay. That's, I guess, good. If it keeps working. Okay, so now let's go into, so I've got to begin, start HID, I've got a comment there, yep. Now let's just bring a few things, so that's okay. Start HID. Now, if it's anything like before, I take this, put that there, that shouldn't work. So let's just go and flash that, and it should not work. Okay. Are you freaking kidding me? What? What's wrong? Now it works. You know what? Reset. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yesterday this did not work, and today it does. What the? You know what? Let's just open something up here. File. Open in recent. No, it's neither of these. Let's just make sure it's saved. Save file. Open. Then I need to go, not in the firmware tests. There's one that says bug somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Just open this one. Ah, yeah, that's right. Okay, let me just. That's why it's complaining. See this builder. No, not the builder. The BLE tests. Or is it blue hand tester bug? Remove that. Yes. Open this up. Now this. You got a while delayed and this and this and this. It should not work. Period. Tools. 37, good. Double reset that. Okay. Flash that. Flashing, and I need to connect to it. 35 serial monitor. Okay, that looks okay. I just put it there. It's not working. Oh. Okay, let me just simple question here. What's the difference between this and that? This on one side, this on the other side. So, setup. Pin mode, begin. Start HID, yes. Begin. Oh, it's that while that it's not happy with. Maybe because it's. You know what? Let's just take this. Set pull interval. Do this. The begin. That's embedded. Then the pin mode, which is where just a little bit further up. Yeah, it's okay. And then device mounted delay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this. $37. Yes. And flash. Oh, do I have to close another window? No. Okay. Okay, so 35 connect. Now, if it's the same thing, it should not work. It doesn't work. Okay. No, okay, let's go back to this and see. Let's move this. Control C, Control V. All I do is move where this is. Okay, 37. Flash. Okay, now 35. Serial monitor. Yeah. Now if I go to the top, this should work. It does. Okay. Okay, so I got this done. Now, USB device mounted, USB device suspended, and all of that. Now, USB HID ready. Now, this is what I want to remove and put as how do I call that? Common. So, let's go ahead and go do that instead. HID start. And where's my mouse? There's the mouse. And I did see something. No, I did not. Rename that. Then where is it? Where's the that's a loop. Okay, so that's the same thing. So the first thing that I want to do is get HID ready. HID underscore ready like this. Good. Now go into the common, and this was all void if I remember. Common here. Boom, boom, boom. And all it is return ready. When we get, oh, I would rather have a class, but yeah, sure. So this goes, this is okay. So HID ready, okay, then HID ready, move that there. Keyboard HID ready, move that there. Okay, so this changes nothing. Okay, compile. Reset 37. Flash. Okay, so tools 35. Connect. Okay. Now is this going to change my volume too? Yeah, it keeps working. Good. Good. So that HID ready did not break anything, which is good. Now HID mouse move is probably the first one that I want to get in there. Now I need to go here. Yeah, let's go here. No. this is the one that I need to go, because it's the same. There it is. It's in a class, but I want to get it out of a class, because for some reason in a class it doesn't want to work. Include this public. These are two callbacks. There's nothing that defines it. Okay. Pull interval, boot protocol. Bing. Well, I just copy the whole thing here like I did earlier. Control C. And it's going to be exactly like this. Yeah. Now let's go back to the other side. HID common.cpp. Actually, .h first. Boom. It's all the same. Good. Now let's go here. All the same, except now I need to have let's do that here. Control C, that'll be simpler. Return, actually, whoops, that's not what I want. Control C, Control V, and with more stuff in there. This go bigger. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to add a prefix to all of these guys too. Okay, what's the prefix that I had? It was on HID underscore. Send report, that's good. Send report. Oops. There, come on, there it is. ID, this here. Hopefully this will be dumb enough that it's gonna work. So send mouse button release this, and it's just a plain report ID that goes here. Okay. Button press. No, without the HID. Scroll ID. Okay, I need to get these two here. Remove that. Mouse move and X and Y instead. Without that. Mouse report. Now there's a lot of stuff. Okay, that's the one that probably I'm going to want to use all the time because it has a complete mouse report and not just a few things, which is good. And bring that there. It's a bit long, but that's okay. Okay, so now let's go to keyboard release. And this has no lengths. Then keyboard press. This is just a symbol character, which is typically not what I use, but it can be handy. Keyboard report, which is a full report which has a bunch of things, a modifier, and because this is a vector, I need to put that good. The 32-bit, this is nothing. And this goes like that. This goes like that. This goes like that. Send 8 and send 16. And what else? Send a report. Yeah, I think I've got it all now. Okay, so now I just need to change that to HID underscore. Oops. HID underscore mouse move. There we go. HID like that. HID like that. Like that. There's another release here. So, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. HID ready, this is good. Device, this is all good. Okay, let's reset this and compile it again. Tool 37. Now it could complain if I've missed something. There it is. Oh, it doesn't like the star. Yeah, of course. Do I have another star anywhere? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to add all of these HID underscore here, just like I have for all of these. Now I was going to be happier with that. And actually, I should not need the extern anymore, because this is defined at the top here, right? Yeah. And okay, so this should work, because I've done nothing wrong. But we'll see. Okay. Now 35. Oh, okay. It works again. Good, 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 good. Okay, so I've got all of this set up, all of this now. This means that this has only functions there. That's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, this device suspended here. Okay, so I think TinyUSB is there. HID common should have TinyUSB, yeah. So I should still compile fine. Yep. So no surprises here. Okay, so we've got set up. So let's just remove this because I don't need that. Because I have a feather. So HID start. And then device mounted. Yeah, that's okay. Delay this active stay suspended. HID this mouse move. HID ready 10%. Okay, so that means I could bring this in as is, and I don't like the way it's set up, but so if the USB is mounted, that means it's what does that really mean? USB mounted. It's defined here. Wait a minute. I've got this to start, then I can start my serial. Just a sec here. Tools, serial monitor. Yeah, complex example, and then okay, that. Okay, good. Okay. USB device, remote wake up. If USB and button press, wake up unit suspend mode or what is remote wake up? Is that just like waking up the computer if it's in, well, sleeping? I guess it might be. I guess we'll try that later. Button press, move, delay. Yeah, because they're doing this not in a single report, but 3 consecutive reports separated by 10 milliseconds. And then another one, and then another one. So it happens boom, boom, boom very quickly. Okay. So HID mouse move, delta, yeah, that's fine. I think what I need to do here now is get, so I've got my key code here. You know what, let's just do that here. So I've got two here back to back. There's a 10 milliseconds in between that. Then there's nothing, this is back to back. And then this is a mouse move with a delay. Okay, let's do this here. So let's just say let's go ball. How do I do that here? HID. Oh, send reports. And I'm gonna have everything. So the first one, let's call it mouse here, delta delta. Where is it? Mouse report, I've got buttons. Oh, wait a minute. What's that ID at first? Is the... yeah, okay. Consumer control, volume decor. Yeah, okay, I understand that. Okay. So, buttons, X, Y, vertical, horizontal. Let's just get that, grab all of that. Actually, let's get all of this, and then all the mouse stuff without the ID. And then what's the other one? Oh, it's a weird 16, isn't it? 16, yeah. Yeah, that'll be bizarre, I think. Okay, let's just do that. How do I call that? Let's do that. Okay, so open, close. So now let's take this. If button, press all of this and then that. Where's the mouse first? There's it. So what I want to do is this. Where is it? And this is X. Oh, no. Mouse report. Pass the mouse report as is. Like this. And then you get all of these guys. Buttons all the way to vertical, horizontal. Buttons, X, Y. Oops, this one. Vertical, horizontal. Come back here, yes. Then the keyboard press. Now the keyboard report is all this guy here. No. Here. And then the report is this key code, but I'll have to do okay. Pass that there. consumer control 16.16.0 or some weird thing. Yeah, okay. So let's grab all of this. Boom. And then this is consumer, and then consumer code goes here. So this is essentially send all 3 reports in one go. Good. Then if button press blah 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 blah, send the reports. I need to have a whole list there. So key code, remove this, modifier is 0. Now remove the ASCII. Button press, this already keyboard, this is there, yeah, that's okay. Now let's remove all of that. Actually, I'm gonna need an else statement. But then what I'm gonna do here is key code is empty. Perfect. So buttons is going to be 0. Now my delta button. Oh, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Mouse is above delta. There we go. Grab the delta here. And then delta, delta. Perfect. Report delta, delta is here. Good. Horizontal, vertical is 0, 0. And consumer key code is going to be that bizarre one there, yep. Okay, so I send the report. Now that's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. Because all zeros, essentially, you're not pressing on anything, so you are... Oops. Come on. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So if JD volume down, yeah, that's okay. So all of this on. Then we need the mouse gone. ASCII I'm not using. So if the button is pressed, you send, I don't need this because I've got it below. Send the reports, key code, the mouse, and all of this together, yep. And if it's not pressed, send that. And then put a bit of a delay so it doesn't kind of send like crazy. Good. if I go here, I've got this here. Do I have it there? No. So let's add it here. And save as, save, and then I'm going to do a reset here. Now I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work, but we'll see. Because I haven't done much. Of course. Mixing Python and C++ makes you confused with the semicolons. Okay, flashing. Okay, good. Tools, port 35, serial monitor. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. Yeah, because the whole thing reset as soon as I did connect to it. Yeah, it reboots as soon as I connect to it. You know what? We need a delay here probably. Let's just see. Boom. Boom, and I need the Arduino probably. Include yeah. Let's start to reset it. Okay, and then flash. Why is it complaining? Because it's the wrong COM port, that's why. If that works, then I've got a reasonable path forward. Doesn't work. What is it that I broke? What is it that I broke? What is it that I broke? Start the HID, the pin, yeah, okay. Suspended, yeah. If the button is pressed, no. But then, you know what? It doesn't like these things. Delay a bit. Mouse, buttons, X, Y, blah, blah, blah. One, two, it's all zeros, so it should be fine. And keyboard, a modifier, and a key code. I've got 6 key codes that get passed. And you know what? There's no return. I doubt that that's what the problem is, but I seriously doubt that's what the problem is, but well, I'll try it. Okay, connect. Oh, you know what? That was it. So trivial. Okay, well, it works. Okay, so this is actually a good point to save this and get it for next time around, such that so what I'm going to do is probably just some cleanup and formatting and make sure that it's all looking good, because it's all piled up there. What I'm going to do is that cleanup for next time, and in the next step will be to bring in the Bluetooth in. So what you can see here is if there's anything being sent, it all gets sent this way, and then if there's no buttons pressed, it just says send all zeros. So that's what it does here. And then, so let's just go to from the top here. So call the command. This is essentially setting up the button and which way it's enabled. This is the way it's enabled, to pull up or pull down to turn it on. Starting USB HID. This must be called first, because if you put it later, it doesn't work. Now, you know what? I'm going to remove this. And then try it again. Now, this is make sure that it is connected. So one thing what we could do is, if it's not connected, it goes to Bluetooth, and if it is connected, it goes USB. So that could be a way we could do it. Then there's a delay that is a polling action. Do I have a delay at the bottom? There's another one. So I don't need two delays. I just need one here. Then this is here. So send an empty key report. Okay, so that's where that logic bit was set up here. FHID ready. No, I do need here. So let's just put bool pending release, false. Okay, and then if pending release, and then I put that here. And then actually this I could go and put it inside. And I need to put the same definition here. So what's happening, and I need pending release true. Okay, so what's going to happen here is it going to say I've got key codes sent, and if the computer does not receive a release, it's just going to keep receiving them. So I say it's pending a release, yes, and then if it's if the button is not pressed, then, and if it is pending a release, it'll send a release. So now this should essentially not change the functionality at all, with the exception that it yeah, so this is this pending release, good. This is all the details, good. Button press. Then this is a remote wake up, which is exactly okay. And this is the essentially good. So now we should do and flash it again, and then it should work exactly the same way. actually to just see here. If I press a button, should yeah, it works. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's because it did not receive it did not receive the release notification there. Huh, that's interesting. Hello, I'm almost done. If it's pending release, so let's just do that here. And I'm going to leave that here. Don't leave that there.
Are you alone on this broadcast?
Well, I've had a few people, now I'm alone, yeah.
Well, can you cut it out?
I'll be finishing soon. Okay. Tools, port there, tool, serial monitor, it works fine, and I'm just going to press here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this works exactly as planned, which is good. Okay, so what we're going to do here is bring the volume back up and save all of this. Now I'm going to have to figure out the release timing, because that's probably going to be something that's going to be we have to worry about. But apart from that, we're looking really, really good. Okay, so we've got a good that's actually, I like this now. Good. Get a good path forward for next time around. Well, I'm going to be finishing this here now, and then next time around we'll be bringing not USB but Bluetooth in. I'm good. I'm glad for that. Okay. Well, I'll wish you a good day. Thanks.